All right, there we go. We're live. We're back. Today's really not going to be that big of a day. It's it's only going to be the Florida storms, and we do have some other severe weather. I mean, not severe weather up here. Most of the stuff is just wind. The stuff over here in Montana is just wind because when I throw it in our reflectivity over here, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. It's just rain. There's just a lot of wind. Just how fast these storms are just moving. They're just moving really, really fast. Or most part of the reason why I wanted to go live was the storms in Florida. It just seemed really interesting. You guys still got a really good inflow right here. And that's going to keep on moving. You got a really good inflow right there. It's going to keep on moving down like that. I'm not saying we could see a tornado. It could be possible, but it's really not today. You're already seeing hail reports over here. That's what this number is right here. Then we do have a special weather statement in Florida here. So it's for 20 nautical miles east of Sunny Isles, moving east at 35 knots. Wind gusts are 34 knots and small hail. There's not really much of any water spouts over there. Pretty impressive storm though for over here though, for Florida. There's also a chance for storms this week. So in about 4 days from now, 5 days from now, and 6 days from now, there's a big chance for severe weather. There's a 15% hatch risk now for both, for all areas, mostly areas right now. I can pop it up right now. We have let me throw this in our 4 to 8. So on our day 4 category, we have a 15% hatch risk for Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. Now there's still talk. It could change right now. It could change. It could become more of a severe weather outbreak. And then for day 5, we have a bigger area. It's just Tornado Alley. That's what it's all located. You know, we got Texas, you got Arkansas, you got Oklahoma, Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa. Then, you know, a small part of South Dakota. And you got Illinois too as well. But that could all change. We're still far away from this area. Hey, Jay. How you doing? A long time. Let me finish out my little weather outlook, and then I'll be right with you. Yeah, so on day 6, we still see that this is still happening. Still Texas, Oklahoma, and then I'm going to get, I think, Kansas. Yeah, this is Kansas. That's Nebraska. I'm probably going to get, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll probably get no getting those two flipped around on a thing that doesn't give you what each date is. I have to memorize each one. I'm gonna go back to our Florida weather though. I'm gonna read your chat, Jay. I'll be right there. Yeah, that's what's the plan right now. So a couple, like 4, 5, 6 days out from now, there's a big chance for that to happen. And they still don't know. That's why those 15% hatch risk are issued right now. There could be a bigger chance of severe weather. Like there could be a 30%, 45% hatch risk that gets issued out in, 4 to 5 days, 6 days from now. I will be live for those events. I have work during the day, so it's gonna be little nighttime streams. So they're gonna be around maybe 8:30 Eastern time when I'll pop on, be live. But yeah, let's go check out there. We just had another special weather statement issued. This is for small, water spouts. So, water tornadoes, wind gusts 34 knots or greater, small hail. And yeah, I mean, if anyone's boating right now or fishing, that tuna show that they got, it would be right in here and it would be moving this way. So if anyone's in Freeport, Freetown, I would probably be careful of the storm that's coming through, because this could cross land. It could still be a water spout, move to a tornado for a little while, and then it could become a water spout again. Looks like we do have another chance for a water spout, which would be right here, which is moving this way. It would be kind of moving like in this direction. So if there's any boaters out there, I probably want to turn on your radio. I know there's limited amount of cell service out there, like 0 to none. I just hope they have their radios on right now. They'll probably see it. There we go. Looks like you do have more storms moving up. That was just a crappy arrow right there. That one's moving up there. They're just moving. They're basically moving this way. So all these storms for Puerto Rico are moving. They're just moving all over there. Yeah. The radar tower in Puerto Rico, I don't know. There must be some radar holes. But yeah, it's storming. Up in this region over here, it's storming. Yeah, so we got San Sebastian, Las Maras. I can't, I don't know much. I can't pronounce these names that well. So you do got another rain store coming up, coming to the northwest. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. These storms are moving pretty fast. I'll keep on jumping back and forth to Puerto Rico and Florida. Looks like we have another. Looks like we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. There's probably just a radar hole, or radar is just not being caught. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just wind. There's not much showing for radar. Yeah, there's that storm that's going. Let me see if I can turn on tropical outlooks. I'm not gonna turn that one on. Hydro. Yeah, I mean those storms could also do that too as well. I mean there's also a possibility for hail and all that stuff. We are starting to get a hook on the storm right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, special bulletin is that makes sense for the special bulletin. The release of the winds, like it's you got to also remember Puerto Rico is also in a tropical area. Sorry, excuse me. This storm right here, we are getting close to that radar tower. So it is going to be a little bit awkward, a little bit for this radar tower to. So what I mean by this, so each radar tower shoots rays of energy. It shoots rays in these areas, right? To see if there's any cloud movement. Let's say there's cloud movement right here, up here, which there is, on how high that storm is, how high that cloud is. And that's how we get these radar storms right here. We could see something, but the likelihood of that happening is zero, is very slim. Yeah, the water is very warm right now, and when that's all it takes is a couple of wind for the sea breeze to pick up, and then boom, you got storms going on. Oh man, I gotta open up YouTube on my phone. Still pretty powerful, good, pretty still. I can't talk right now. Still a pretty good thunderstorm. That's what I meant to say. Pretty good one. We'll check on those other storms in Montana in a little bit. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there's a radar hole right here. That's a radar hole. Radar holes is when the tower can't, leave any input from this area, or it doesn't detect any input or any issues. It's not gonna, commute. Any the rays aren't gonna respond. And I could have this thing wrong. And please do point me out if I do get anything wrong. Yeah, so since you're in a low area, like you're almost at sea level. Yeah, some thunderstorms. Sorry, I just gotta. I'm using Google since I don't speak Spanish. I use Google Translate to communicate. I just open up the camera. I have Spanish to English. That's how I read your messages. I don't have an advanced app here to read this information. I really wish they would. I really wish Radar Omega would update their apps for stuff here in Puerto Rico. So this storm gonna actually probably moving at 30 miles an hour. So we're gonna do a prediction box. Let's say it's moving at 30 miles an hour. So these are all the towns that this little big blob right here will impact. So here's all these towns right here. Cities, towns that this thing will impact in about 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, but these are the times. I'm assuming it's moving at 30 miles an hour with the information that you gave me. It could be 60. We could try. Let's do 40. Let's see how fast 40 would be. So here's all the stuff here for 40 miles an hour. But I do think that it's going to be about 30 miles an hour, the wind speed here. So these are all the cities for impact times. Looks like they just extended the special weather statement. All right. We are seeing a hook right here. But I don't think of anything here. We're probably not going to see any tornadic activity. But since you're in a tropical area like Florida here, you still have time for this storm. The storm is moving this way. You still have lots of time for this thing. Now, if it doesn't end up producing a tornado, we'll probably produce off a water spout over in this direction over here. Our velocity readings aren't really that good. They're not showing at much of anything. It's showing wind. You are seeing, well, we're going to get in this radar hole in a little bit, but you are the line right here. You can see that little green bump on the screen. Right now, if you're right here, let's say you're over here, you'll see, you'll see some storms. You'll see a really cool shelf cloud though. Say you're in West Miami here, you'll see the storm right here and a pretty cool shelf cloud. Why not, right? Yeah, we're gonna be in this. So the radar hole is all right here. But we're gonna be getting in that area of the radar hole pretty soon. Yeah. All right. The storm over here, the storm that I'm referring is this one over here. This one seems suspicious. Little ball right here. It seems that's why I'm watching the storm right now. It seems really suspicious. Now we are going to get in the radar hole, which is coming down fast pretty shortly. I like this the other way around. What this is probably going to do is that it's going to retract back and move this little ball inside the storm there and then try to maybe formulate it again. But it's only got a limited amount of time to do that. I can say it's still got a lot of time. The storm will probably move out to overseas, probably say within maybe, what time is it right now? About 30 minutes, 35 minutes, maybe an hour at most. The storm student is just going to try to keep on rotating. Because that's just how much time it has. And you got these other storms behind it too as well. Yeah, you'll see some severe storms in Puerto Rico, Jay. For accidentally press that. Yeah, the Special Weather Center will. I mean, they'll be on top of that stuff. They'll issue it if they deem it worthy to be issued. I can't see any of that stuff because Radar Omega doesn't allow me to see any of that severe weather for Puerto Rico. This storm right here is moving towards Coral. Is it Gables? Yeah, and then we'll see what it does, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to do anything. It's just going to be a wind event. There's a lot of wind with this storm. You still have this really nice inflow right here. You can even see it on velocity too as well. Looks like we are getting in that area of the radar hole, so radar is going to be distorted. Let's see what they got for the. Something's just not right. Yeah, it's just for wind. That's what all this stuff is here for. Just wind. 55-mile-an-hour winds. This whole thing is connected. You're not seeing it. This is all connected. Or they're about to be connected very, very shortly. We did have. I mean, you'll probably see some for northern Wisconsin. It was at the Weather Channel's radar. I did see. You know how the radar is. It can always be up in the air for the future radar. I did see some rain over here at this part around for like 8 o'clock, but let's be 7 o'clock Central Time. Now that could be wrong. Let me run it again so I can get like an accurate feed because that was like 4 hours ago. So it does look like we do have some storms right now in Minnesota that is still looking at like around Eclair. There's going to be a big blob of rain that's going to pop out of nowhere. That's what the Weather Channel says. It's going to be all up in here. There's going to be a random rain blob, but that's basically it for. And then going towards, I think this is Eastern time on my end. It says 9 p.m. Pretty sure it's Eastern. It's going to be 8 o'clock for Central time. And then we have, it's Eau Claire. Eau Claire, that's my bad. My bad there. My thing reset. There's just going to be a big rain blob that's just going to keep on moving this way. It's going to keep on. Let me see if I can pull up a Weather Channel. I'm going to set it on a random thing here. So I'm going to run radar in here because my weather radar Omega does not, I don't have it for. Let's go. Yeah. If you're still here, let me switch my. I'm going to share the. So the range is it's going to move. Oh, is it not showing? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just going to be, I can't show it. If it's just not showing up here, I do apologize that on stream. What I'm seeing here on the Weather Channel is there's just going to be a big rain blob that's just going to keep on moving to the east. Yeah, that's what. So what I have 2 devices watching my stream to try to increase the views on my. And what I have right now, well, it looks like we did see something pop up. Looks like we do have. Oh no. Is this? Let's run it. It is a little delayed. So it keeps on moving. Then you got that big blob that just comes out of nowhere. It just comes out of nowhere. And now there's going to be heavy rain towards northern Wisconsin. And then you just got that big rain blob that extends to Madison. I'll run it like 2 times, like a couple times.